We live, we live. Shout yourself out in the chat if you live with your boy tonight, if the mic sounding good. Let me know if you hear any echo. Let me know if you don't hear anything at all. We about to talk about Brandon Jamal. Famously known for being the guy that came up with the song, "You Let Him Hit It Raw, You Didn't Have Second Thoughts, Now You're a Single Mom, Now You're a Single Mom." Welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel. Let everybody get a few more. Let me know you live. Let me know you live. Also, hit that like button. When you join the stream, be sure to like the damn stream. And shout yourself out in the chat if you can, so I can holler at your boy. Appreciate it, I appreciate it. We got AXD. Oh man, I ain't gonna try to say your name. He said BJ did too much, tried way too hard to create viral moment to extend his 15 minutes of fame. Dude thought his viral status would get him special privileges, and Myron put him in his place. Okay, that's an opinion. That's one of the opinions. West Side Aku, my guys in here. Says, what's good, fam? We in here. Too Fast, Too Furious, my guy. Says, how you doing, man? I'm doing all right, man. How y'all doing? Y'all getting off work? Relaxing this Tuesday evening, new month, June. Before we start, man, I'm gonna go kind of off topic, man. Anybody care about the Tank Davis, Frank Martin fight? Sup, Ja Works? Ja Works in the building. What's going on, brother? I think that fight's June 15th, man. I'm all for it. I'm into boxing, man. I like that boxing, man. Tank's my guy. Tank is my guy. Yeah, man, we gonna get into it, brother. We definitely gonna get into it, man. We got Brandon Jamal, better known as You Let Him Hit It Raw, You Didn't Have Second Thoughts, Now You're a Single Mom, Now You're a Single Mom. He got kicked off the Fresh and Fit. Well, he didn't get kicked off. He stormed out due to, from what I understand, not getting the attention he thought he deserved. Bums taking over. Wilder is finished. Oh. Hey, man, Wilder took it. Oh, man. Oh, man. They talking about he need to retire and everything. Bro. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that. Yeah, Wilder might be finished, man. He might be done with it. It might be a wrap for Wilder, man. Got a couple people in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Understand that if you enjoy the video, be sure to like the damn video. Gotta get those likes up. Get those likes up. We about to begin here. About to begin here in the next minute, man. We're gonna get into it. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. What's up, Medic? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Samsung Knight, what's going on, fam? He said Kevin Samuels was right. You're going to have to elaborate on that, Samsung. Like, what was Kevin Samuels right about? Because he was right about a lot of stuff. I appreciate y'all getting those likes up, man. We got to get those likes up. We about to get into it, man. This gonna be a litty stream, man. I might hurt some feelings tonight, man. I might hurt some feelings. I'm gonna just keep it honest though. Ain't no hate neither way, man. Ain't no hate neither way. You talking about Vivica Fox? Yeah. Oh man, Vivica not a fox. Vivica a ox. Man, yeah, that was crazy. 60 years old and talking about trying to find a husband. But let's get into it, man. So basically, for everybody that does not know, I'm sure you all know, but for the ones that may not know, Brandon Jamal, the creator of the viral hit song, Now You're a Single Mom, that is terrorizing women all over the internet. I call him the TikTok villain. They trying to get this man offline, man. We gotta still, despite what you may think, left or right, that this brother is very important. Very, very important to the space. That song is going to haunt women forever. Okay? That was a genius song. It's gonna haunt women forever, and they deserve it. You know, these women out here will come up with any reason under the sun to leave a nuclear family, to leave an intact household, whether it be through a legitimate reason, which is rare. 9 times out of 10, it has something to do with happiness, or just not getting what you want, trying to dominate a man, okay? And they come up with all the greatest ideas after they didn't put themselves in the worst positions. But we gonna get into it. Yeah, man, I'm giving him a name. He's the TikTok villain. The TikTok villain is on the loose. He's on the loose. We don't know which side he's on right now. Is he on our side, or he's like, what's that red hood on Batman? This dude is the red hood of the manosphere. We don't know whose side he's on. I'm just joking, man. Yeah, he's definitely necessary. He's very necessary. That song was fire. But we never got a chance to hear him talk. We never got a chance to hear Brandon's long form, okay? So he took a trip to Miami, and if I'm saying it right, he was down in Miami for a completely different podcast, which is he did get paid for. And then he went on the Fresh and Fit podcast. I think that was more of a last minute thing. Maybe they saw he was in Miami and then they hit him up. I don't know. But I know that they shouted him out numerous times before. Okay, we got 27 people in here. Go ahead and like the damn video. All that shadow watching, hit the like button. Like your boy. I know why a lot of people probably not liking. They want to know. They waiting to know what I'm gonna say. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I didn't told a lie. Y'all waiting to know what I'm gonna say, huh? Y'all waiting to know if I'm gonna take up for him, if I'm gonna criticize him. What am I gonna do? All right, man. Let's get into it, man. So let's go over what actually happened. So I'm gonna use MTR's video, Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews. He did a video response to this. I'm gonna use this video. I'm gonna kind of just let it play. I may pause, say a little something here or there, but I wanna give you guys a foundation before I start doing my take. So so everybody can be on the same page. All right, so let's get into it. You didn't have second thoughts. Hey. Now you're a single mom.
What does he think he's doing?
Bro. I'm not much now. I'm leaving.
Right, who is this guy?
What's up, man?
All right, bro, just
LOL.
Just leave.
Yeah. What a cornball.
Some capsule?
You're doing too much, bro.
Yeah, I mean.
Sure am, a whole lot. You're doing too much, bro. Now you singlemom.com. Get your money.
I'm not. What a weirdo.
Respect.
You left your diapers, you know you're expensive.
So Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast just kicked out a guy for going too hard
on the 304s on the podcast, which is generally not what happens.
All right, I don't know why he's saying that he kicked him out, but that's not what happened. He obviously got up and left. We're going to go ahead and skip past that, and let's get into what's going on. Shout out T. Soto, Tommy Sotomayor, living legend.
It goes by the name of Brandon Jamal. Now, if you recognize his face, he is the same young brother that just dropped the song, So Now You a Single Mom. Da-na-na-na-na-na. That's been going viral over the past month or two all across the interwebs. I want to say on his platform alone is over 2 million, maybe 3 million views. And he's created or began to create a name for himself based off of the song. But what happens is that in podcasts, you begin to hear people speak long form, which gives you a lot more.
I appreciate it. Too fast, too furious. Okay, so real quick. I actually communicated really briefly with Brandon on Instagram. Okay, I'm not gonna go over the entirety of our conversation. Because I didn't tell him that I would, but I'll just say what I said. I said, fellow creator here, I saw what happened on a podcast with the Fresh and Fit. I'm doing a live stream tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time on YouTube. I'm still a small channel, but I thought I would let you know we are all watching you, bro. I wish all the best to you, bro. Happy belated birthday. I'm from the Midwest too, just turned 39 and still look 25 my damn self. So when you saying that I look young, Samsung, bro, like that right there kind of brought me back to this. He actually just responded to me. But he might be in the chat right now. Brandon, if you in the chat, man, I would say shout yourself out, but anyway, let's get back to it. He might be in the chat. All right, man, let's go.
More information into the true content of the character. And this guy's extremely extreme, for lack of a better word, so extreme that Myron had enough of his ish and kicked him off of the show. Let's go through some of these components because I think there's a lot of lessons in here, especially when you begin to gain status within your life and how it is that you choose to display that status as a man and also how you deal with conflict. So let's get active.
The more you talk, the stupider you sound, you stupid motherfucker.
Damn.
Look into the chat. The more you talk, the stupider you sound.
Look
at. You got off.
Yo, the gentleman right here, he goes by the name of Tommy Sotomayor, and he's also known for going hard on women. And notice him shaking his head. No, he's totally not with the shit. So Brandon Jamal is currently arguing with this woman right here who, you know, from my understanding.
Okay, Too Fast, Too Furious. He's saying MTR is a poser. Westside Aku says, looking at MTR a little different now. What's going on with MTR, fellas? Y'all gonna have to let me know, because when you're in the space, sometimes you try not to watch all the other creators very hard because you don't want to accidentally internalize what they say and it come out, you know, repeating the same stuff. Like I want to make sure I'm within my own brain when I'm doing this content. Y'all let me know in the comments. We'll circle back around to that. Y'all not messing with MTR, looking at him a little bit different? I want to know what's going on with that.
Standing was a 304 like ex-stripper and is talking about that she's in good position to get the type of man that she wants, all type of craziness. And he's combating this with the Pampers in front of him, which is where he's known for. But just continue to listen to the way that he's going at this woman, her response, as well as the response of the other men in the room watching him as he turns up.
You got off of work. Didn't go to sleep. What's your dumb ass couldn't go to school on time?
Why would I get out the strip club and not take a shower? Like,
guys, how about this?
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
This is what we'll do.
It took you 45 minutes to an hour.
At Laura Buick GMC, buy online truly means buy online. As the #1 volume Buick GMC dealer in
I would take a shower. You couldn't go to school?
Did your parents? I just said I got out at 6:30. I used to lie to my dad.
Let's reset real quick. So this is what we'll do.
Oh my God.
Brandon, I'll turn it to you. You can say what you want to say, and then I'll turn it to her. She can respond.
God.
And then we'll just go one mic at a time.
She had to say to her.
And then
she said enough.
You want to move? You don't want to?
Oh no,
She said enough.
Yeah.
She got here.
I just want to let Brandon finish his thing.
Get her out of here.
And then,
Shout out Global Prenup.
and then we'll let her respond.
I think they like me better
Shout
than
out
you.
Global Prenup.
Okay.
Get these niggas. Get this bitch up out of here.
Who is
So I think Global Prenup is like his own podcast.
this guy?
Brandon,
Who
I
is
just
this
heard
guy?
of him today.
Let me tell you who this
Pay
guy
attention.
I
is.
just heard of
This
this
is the guy
today.
who
You
got-
sound it's goofy.
Can I tell you who I am? Can I tell you who I am? Real quick, bitch. Can I tell you?
Okay, so fellas, this is where he starts really going off. So I think this is gonna be really the subject of contention that we all kind of have a issue with. So
If you don't mind, I'm the guy whose TikTok
Look at-
grew from 70K to 300K in a month and a half because of one. I'm the motherfucker whose video got 2 million views
I
on
didn't watch it,
YouTube.
though.
I'm telling you who I am, bitch. I'm breaking it down. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking. I'm the motherfucker whose video got 2 million views in less than 2 months, and the only promotion has been his social media. I'm the motherfucker who got 1,500 orders of merchandise. It's my silhouette on the logo. T-shirts, motherfucking hoodies.
$1,500?
1,500 orders, motherfucker. I stuttered. My bad. 1,500 orders. Niggas is buying stickers with my logo on them. Hoodies with my logo on them. Motherfucking T-shirts with my logo on them. I got a song in Spanish that motherfucker's been begging for.
I thought you were gonna say
My
150,000.
YouTube
Nigga
channel-
said, what did you say?
My
1,500.
YouTube channel grew from 9,000 to 118,000 in a month and a half. Shut the fuck up when you talk to me, bitch.
I might just let this slide.
first of all, shout out John Champagne. John Champagne checking in. Let me make sure I get everybody. Shout out Savage SG. Welcome, man. Appreciate y'all joining the stream. He said, shut the up when you talking to me. That didn't make sense. But I understand what bro meant. He's definitely spazzing. He's definitely spazzing. All right, so let's talk about that just a little bit, then we'll get back into it. First and foremost, man, I appreciate every last one of y'all, man. I appreciate everybody, and I would appreciate y'all even more if you hit the goddamn like button. Hit the like the video. I appreciate you guys for getting me up to 14,000 subs on YouTube. I appreciate everybody that follows me across the social medias. At the end of the day, fellas, I could have 100,000 of you guys. I could have 200,000 of you guys. I could have 1 million. It's never a flex. The thing about social media is you're small with 1 million. 1 million is small. One of the best that ever did it was Kevin Samuels. I think he had 1.5 before he passed. He was still small. It's at 1 million when you just start to get noticed by celebrities where they want to associate themselves with you and everything like that. When you're the top of a niche platform. What men need to understand is that the manosphere, whether you want to be associated with it or not, is very, very niche. So to have 1 million followers in this platform is like a grain of sand when it comes to all of YouTube. Tommy Sotomayor, Myron, and even Fresh had a look on they face. If you look at Tommy right here, it's the look of that's not impressive because they know they've been in the space longer. You know, Brandon, he came up in a couple months. I don't know how long he's been doing social media, but as far as the motion he got, it was a couple months. So this right here was the first, in my opinion, mistake that he made was trying to flex something that wasn't a flex. It's actually embarrassing. You can't flex things that's not a flex. That's like me bragging to a girl that I got platinum on Street Fighter. Like nobody cares. That's like me bragging to, my employer that I got a 5-0 kill death ratio in Call of Duty or something. Like literally no one cares. You see what I'm saying? Because in the grand scheme of social media, most of it is monopoly. Yeah, you might be able to make a little living for yourself. You might even be able to bring in a few dollars. But to act this grandiose about some little bit of success that's not even as successful as the men you're sitting next to is where we start to have our problems. But let's go ahead and let him finish, and then we'll circle back around and we'll talk about that a little bit deeper. I just want to talk about the surface stuff, then we'll get into the nitty-gritty and the lesson teaching.
Because in real life, I would.
Now, we saw this dynamic happening in the other Fresh and Fit show where it was the bald, buff dude talking to the overful.
I'm a man beater.
And you would go to jail, you stupid mother. But since you don't go to school, you don't realize that if you hit a motherfucker,
you're
and
in
call
the
the
same
police,
place
you're going
as
to
I am.
jail.
So what does that mean? Like,
I
we're in the same
am
place.
not in the same place.
No, I'm
as
doing
a
better than you,
True
I
Dust
bet.
OnlyFans.
I'm doing better than you.
Are gonna reset here.
Yeah.
Yo, Tony.
She said I'm in the
Tommy
same
and Sassy.
place.
Who the hell here is sucking his dick? Somebody here is sucking his dick, and I'm gonna find out. And I need a man. Which one of you guys
Now
here
she's
is sucking his
insulting all
dick?
the men's sexuality in here. You know, that's what they do when they're wrong. They go to the sexuality every time. You know this. It's a tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, a future single mom.
God forbid.
So after this point, they go into the super chats. What I wanted to show you guys is what inevitably led to the kick out, which was him being frustrated that he wasn't getting enough airtime.
The mindset that I'm kind of hearing right now is a little bit selfish.
Y'all, I'm sorry, but you guys are all like saying all this stuff, but you guys are all like my age, and no one's married yet. No one's married. Like, no one has an official relationship. Like,
You mean the women or the men here?
everybody.
Yo, who's the viral here or not? May I speak? What the f? Are we here for these bitches or me and bro? Like, for real. Like, can I
think
talk?
if it was only men on the show,
I
I
keep
don't think
raising
it
my
would be
hand
that
and nobody lets me
successful.
talk. You want to hear what this yapping heifer has to say except for the viral? What the fuck is going on here?
You're corny.
If we finna let these bitches talk all day, can I
chill
just...
the fuck out, man.
I
Yeah,
don't
Chill the fuck out, man.
Like, what does he think he
Chill
is?
the fuck out, bro.
I'm
You're
that
doing too much
nigga, man.
now.
I'm leaving.
Right, who is this guy?
All right, bro.
What the fuck?
All right, bro. Just
LOL.
leave. Just leave.
What a cornball.
Capsule?
You're doing too much, bro.
Yeah, I mean.
Sure am. A whole lot.
You're doing too much, bro.
Now you singlemom.com. Get your merch.
I'm
Man, get
not
outta
a
here,
single
bro.
one.
Messy. That looked messy. That was not what any of us had in mind. Bro, when I woke up and I saw this, because I don't follow like Fresh and Fit that much. Like, I don't follow them to Rumble and everything like that. So when I woke up and I saw this, I didn't understand what happened. So I had to go through. I couldn't find the original clip. And my initial thought was, why is he so upset? So when I got some time to think about it, because I was actually going to stream yesterday, man, but I had some personal issues come up. But my initial thoughts was a little bit more like, well, you know, emotional, feminine energy, all the, you know, the surface thought. Like I'm sure you've heard everybody else say, this is feminine energy. Don't let the 304s get you out of your body. We'll talk about that. But as I thought about it, I look at it like it could have been slightly a misunderstanding, but I'm not going to play devil's advocate just yet. I'm going to let Brandon give his response to what happened. That way you guys can know the full thing before I actually just start going in. All right, so let's listen to Brandon's response, one of his first responses to the entire ordeal.
Tell you something. Not taking people's shit has cost me jobs in the past, all right? So if I'm not gonna take your shit as your employee, best believe I'm not gonna take your shit. If I'm supposed to be the guest on your motherfucking whack-ass, misogynistic, woman-hating podcast, nigga, they don't get a haircut. It's my birthday.
One more before I start. Bear with me. I want him to say his full story. I want everything out. We gotta give him a fair shake. We gotta give everybody a fair shake.
Yo, everybody keeps asking, Brandon, why did you call those women bitches so many times? First of all, I only called 2 out of the 8 women bitches, so a 1-to-4 bitch ratio is not bad. Second of all, I only primarily focus my bitches on one bitch, and I'm finna show you exactly why. Lots of guys in the Midwest are just simps, bro. Like, it's a very female-dominant culture. And where are you from so that people can like... I was born in Chicago, but I grew up in North Carolina. So I live in Chicago now, but I'm country as hell still. Got to spend my whole childhood down there. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So I'm very nice and country until you try me. Then it's like, bitch, I'm a Gemini. Why would you play with me? You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Oh my God. My birthday on Monday, by the way. You feel me? We'll see this motherfucker. Happy birthday. There you go. Appreciate it. You know? I'll be 36. Oh, damn.
Should have kept that to yourself. Should have kept that to yourself. Should have kept that to yourself.
I literally just finished telling this bitch I'm a Gemini. I literally just finished telling this bitch I wasn't the one. And within the same sentence, this bitch tried me. So of course, now I'm locked in on this bitch.
That nigga Brandon sound like a hater, bitch. Let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you talk, the way that you think. I hate your lashes, bitch. I hate the way that you hate men, but you call yourself a feminist. We hate the simps that you fuck, cause they confuse themselves with real niggas. And notice I said we, it's not just me. I'm what the bros are feeling.
Yo, everybody keeps asking, Brandon.
All right. So we got everything. We got the storm out. We got the responses. We even got the response to the responses. What do I think about it? I think, Brandon, you fucked up, brother. I really do. But I'm going to break down where and how I think you fucked up. To be honest, I don't necessarily know if Brandon knows much about the podcast that he was on, but Fresh and Fit operate based on those girls. Like those girls, they go around, they ask them vapid questions. The girls struggle to answer those questions. Then they try to bring up statistics, things like that. And then it's always somebody on the show that's going to say something outlandish. And it just is what it is. When it comes to logic, you know, we thought that he was like 22, 24, something like that. If he would have been a young man, a lot of the behavior could have been excused. But for him to be 36 now, 35 at the time, but 36 now, we would have expected him to already know that. So there's a saying that goes, a fool does not know that they're a fool. Okay? So when you identify that girl as a 304 or whatever, that's like identifying her as intellectually handicapped. You wouldn't get mad at a crippled person for not being able to stand up. If they're wheelchair bound, you wouldn't get mad if they couldn't stand up. Those girls that do OnlyFans or they're a part of the industry, they're intellectually crippled. They can't survive on their own intellect. And they don't know no better. They quintessentially are a fool. But as far as the saying goes, never argue with a fool because no one can tell the difference between you two. Never argue with a fool. No one can tell the difference between you two. As a man in this space, we can't let the women get us out of our body because I'm going to say something and a lot of you guys are not going to agree with it. We're part of the reason that they're in the position that they are now. OnlyFans girls are incentivized to be OnlyFans girls because there's men that are willing to pay for that crap. If men would shame them and not pay for it and they don't get any positive reinforcement for their bad behavior, then they wouldn't do it. They're taking the path of least resistance because there are men that are giving them positive reinforcement for their bad behavior. When you are put in a position of leadership, like having a platform that happened to get some motion, that happened to blow up, that happened to do its thing, you see what I mean? Whether you like it or not, it comes with the territory. If it happened to me, I expect you guys to call me out. If I'm going to get on one of these platforms and I'm going to show my ass instead of remaining the logical, superior, proper man, and I'm not necessarily saying that we're superior to just women in general. What I'm saying is men typically are superior when it comes to logic and controlling their emotions. And we have to display this superiority especially when you're dealing with the type of women that somebody just made the booty shake in my face. Anyway, I appreciate that. We're going to get to you in just a minute. But you have to display that type of logical superiority in order to save the girls that are not lost. Because when women get lost, you can't save them. That's why they say don't save them, they don't want to be saved. They really don't want to be saved. But there are girls that might be watching you that shouldn't be watching you. They could be 14, 13, 12. My daughter watches a lot of stuff, and she's about to turn 14. She watches a lot of stuff. She listens. When you was a kid, you listened to adult conversations. It's for them. So when you get into these spaces and you have a voice, Brandon has a voice. He had an opportunity to have a voice. But what I do believe probably happened is there was a misunderstanding. He said I think in the DMs with MTR that they called him the guest of honor, and he may have taken that as the show was going to be more so about him. He said that it was been 2 hours and they didn't even ask him questions about himself and everything like that. And so he might have been thinking, what am I here for? Especially since he didn't get paid. Now, again, being 36 now or 35 in your mid 30s, you should know there's two forms of money. There's the one that's up front, and then there's one down the line. And being on that platform with all of those subscribers, all of those people that will watch, the thousands of people that will watch at one time, that's the down the line money. That's when you wake up tomorrow and you got like 5,000 more followers or 10,000 more subs. You see what I mean? That's the down the line money. I don't necessarily know if he recognized that. I think he wanted an opportunity to shout himself out. I think he wanted an opportunity to go viral more. But just being on that platform is quintessentially viral in it of itself. Now, let me address his response before we go back and critique the actual meltdown. He had a response. His first response was he called them a misogynistic, woman-hating platform. I didn't put the words in his mouth. He said it himself. So let me let him say it one more time just to make sure that I'm not putting words in his mouth.
Let me tell you something. Not taking people's shit has cost me jobs in the past, all right?
Fellas, depending on where you are in life, you're going to have to take somebody's shit. I understand that we all want to stand on our own 2 toes, our own 2 feet, be masculine, whole frame. But being an entrepreneur or being out on your own has consequences. There's consequences to those actions. If you can survive without a job, if you can survive without gainful employment, because you got it like that, then you can do what you want. But sometimes you have to do what you have to do in order to get to the point where you can do what you want. Maybe Brandon is at a point where he can do what he wants. But you need to elaborate that, because that's not the type of mentality that I would hand down to my son. I wouldn't, son, you got to take somebody's shit. You going to take somebody's. And you got to be careful.
All right? So if I'm not going to take your shit as your employee, best believe I'm not gonna take your shit if I'm supposed to be the guest on your motherfucking whack-ass, misogynistic, woman-hating podcast, nigga.
All right, so my question to Brandon is, at what point in time did you hold the belief that the platform was misogynistic, woman-hating, and all the other stuff? Did you have that belief before you got on the platform, and did you have that belief after you got on the platform? That's my question. Because if you held that belief before you got on the platform, then it's you that's playing the fake games. It's you that's being unreal. It's you that's playing a game. And if you held that belief after the platform, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're women, not bitches. Now, to his defense, he said,
why did you call those women bitches so many times? First of all, I only called 2 out of the 8 women bitches, so
there's, I don't know how many billions of women on the planet. If I only slapped 30 of them, I'm just saying, if you're going to say woman hating, misogynistic, and take that high horse, be sure that your closet is clean when it comes to how you handle and how you address women. Because I'm sure that every woman would assume that a man that gets upset and then refers to them as a bitch to their face has some level of misogyny or possible woman hate. Now, somebody can say I'm hating right now, but y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Typically, misogyny means hatred towards women, meaning you're probably going to do things that are damaging to women. But I'm assuming that with the platform that you have that's actually laughing at their misfortune, because being a single mother is a misfortunate occurrence, and you're holding a comedic point, you're laughing at their expense. I'm just saying that can be misconstrued as misogynistic and woman-hating as well. I don't like how he took that role just because the interaction in the platform didn't work out the way he wanted it to work out. If everything would have been copacetic, maybe if he would have got more attention and things would have been about him, maybe that wouldn't have came out of his mouth. But me personally, if I'm going to say something, I want to be able to stand on what I'm saying before I even meet you. Like, I talked to Brandon before I did this stream. I wanted to let him know I'm going to be critical of you, bro. I'm going to be critical. And I want people to be critical of me. If I go out there and start showing my ass, I want y'all to say, NGE, change your name to Adeline, because your ass is out of line. Because I have a platform, and whether I like it or not, getting on that platform, sitting next to Tommy and sitting there, you're there with guys that have hit the million before. You hit the 100K. They've hit the million a couple times. You see what I mean? So it's a different ball game. You're just getting started. So did you hold the misogynistic view beforehand or afterhand? And then I want to go back and touch on something completely different. Y'all remember, I don't necessarily know if I got some day ones in here, but y'all remember when I said avoid women that believe in astrology? Avoid women like the plague that will use astrology to excuse their bad behavior.
I'm finna show you exactly why. Lots of guys in the Midwest are just simps, bro. Like, it's a very female-dominant culture. And
where are you from so that people can, like...
I was born in Chicago, but I grew up in North Carolina. So I live in Chicago now, but I'm country as hell still. Got spent my whole childhood down there. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I'm very nice and country until you try me. Then it's like, bitch, I'm a Gemini. Why would you play with me? You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Oh, my God. My birthday on Monday, by the way. You feel me? We'll see this motherfucker.
Happy birthday.
There you go. Appreciate it. Yeah. I'll be 36.
Oh, damn.
You should have kept that to yourself.
I literally just finished telling this bitch I'm a Gemini.
So, if you're a Gemini, that means that you can, what? Act irrational, act out of line? Because, let me tell you guys something, man. Anybody that believes in astrology, you crazy. That's behind the wall of lies that women at the Jezebels then came up with. That's the Jezebel code. Men came up with astrology as the study of the stars. Women came up with it reflects how I act. The day your parents decided to screw ain't got nothing to do with your personal behavior. You can control yourself. If that was true, then we would be handing out checks to people for a disability. Tell me I just tell a damn lie. If somebody, now, I mean, get mad at me if you want to, because I have a feeling I might lose some friends that I never had, some parasocial relationships possibly, but we not gonna play like just because I'm a Taurus, I get to act the damn asshole when I want to, when somebody push me, because Taurus is a bull. Listen, first of all, there's so much to unpack with just that logic alone. But to assume that because your parents may have screwed someday last year and then you just happen to be born on June, that determines the way you behave? No, that doesn't. What determines the way you behave is the environment that incentivizes that behavior or allows or enables that behavior. Simple and plain. Because something tells me that if you was in a country with a king, you wouldn't be talking about politics if they didn't want you to. Yeah, something tells me that if you was in North Korea, I'm sure there's plenty of Geminis in North Korea that ain't got nothing ill to say about you know who. You see what I mean? Like, we're not going to sit here and pretend, because we don't give women the excuse of astrology to kick our ass. I don't want you to be using the excuse of astrology as a grown man. And again, listen, I'm not trying to hate on Brandon, bro. Listen, I can't be a Brandon hater. I can't be. I support him. I can't be a Brandon hater. I'm not hating. I can't. I literally work out to that song. I can't damn hate the dude. This is not hate. This is love. When people love you, they tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Right now, it's just Brandon's time. He's going viral. He's getting some money off of this. It's his time. This is love. If he writes me off as a hater, then so be it. Because I'd rather tell you that this is not how we move. This is not, if I move like this, get on my ass. Make sure, clip this video, save it, put it on a calendar, bring it up later. We're not going to use astrology to excuse bad behavior. Okay, so when the girl said you should keep that to yourself, Brandon on his Instagram, he describes himself as a professional clown. This is his words. If you go to his Instagram, look up Brandon Jamal _ he says on the Instagram page, he's a professional clown. I wouldn't personally refer to myself as a clown, maybe a comedian, but maybe it's some satire or some type of sarcasm. Either way, I'm assuming that you're a comedian. If you're a comedian, you should be able to come with the jokes. Hit her back with a joke, bro. I think she was trying to, like, in her little ghetto mind, she was probably thinking you could use it as game by telling women that you're younger. That's probably what she was thinking as. You took it as a dig. I wouldn't have taken that as a dig. We both look young, man. I'm 39. I can pass for 25, bro. I can pass for 25. If I went over there and told a woman I'm 25, every time I say that, they believe me. There was a 20-year-old girl that was working at Reese's that thought I was 22. Like, no cap, because it was the way I was dressed that day. And again, anytime I don't travel with my daughter, the only time they say 30 is when they see my daughter. That's it. But to go off, and this is what he said. I'm not putting words in his mouth. He said, this is what triggered me. And then when you go to the messages that he had between MTR did a video today. Mediocre Tutorial, he did a video today where they went back and forth a little bit in the DMs. And he said that, you know, once she said that, it was up. Like, that's all it takes to go up, bro. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. Like, we can't be going up and getting out of our body and ruining our opportunities just because a woman gave us a little jab in the shoulder, bro. Like, you got to take that and come back with her. Like, bro, you could have made fun of her face. You could have made fun of her. Bro, this woman looked like, man, what's that dude? Y'all a little young. I don't know if anybody remembers. There is a movie called, hell, I forgot the dang name of the movie. Lion Face or something, Lion Boy or something like that. Either way, she looked like Lion Boy in the dang face. That chick has a hard face. A hard face. It was one of them 90s movies. That chick has a hard face. I don't know what the rest of the body looked like. She was sitting down, but something tell me if she making any money on OnlyFans, it's gotta be for the lower half. She's gotta be a butterface. Everything but a face. Either way, let me get into this super chat, man. I really appreciate Black Box for the $5 super chat. He said, our appeal aside, black men look mad, I think he said weak, allowing that Arabic dude to talk like garbage before black men even get involved with our pill, be men. Okay, got a few typos in there. I appreciate the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate it. And again, a lot of people are gonna be divided on this topic, man. There are some people that's gonna be like, yeah, man, Brandon stood on business, and there's gonna be some people that's calling him out. I don't think anybody's wrong, but I do think that Brandon is wrong in this particular scenario. Now, as far as Myron is concerned, Myron didn't have that energy when it came to that Wes Watson guy and Andrew Wilson. Wes Watson standing up with all them muscles, little prison background. Myron let that effery go on and on and on and on. Sensing a little bit of favoritism. Again, no hate to Myron, but I'm just saying that was a little weird. Because it seems like every time there's some effery going on in that platform, especially this year. This year, we had fresh shooting, FDA-approved black baby yogurt and escorts. And we got Myron defending that. He's willing to defend that BS. But a dude get the flexing a little too hard on the platform, and Myron's like, okay, man, you got to get out. Chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Chill out? You need to tell Fresh to chill out over here busting raw. Grade A, FDA-approved black baby yogurt and escorts, actual 304s. He don't need to chill out. He don't need to get up and get the hell out. But Brandon do? Just saying. Was Brandon unhinged? Hell yes. Is he unhinged? Probably. We don't know him personally. I mean, I guess we kind of do now. But it look a little crazy to me that Myron is willing to get on Brandon for something that he will allow to go on if it would have been somebody else. Now, granted, he does correct people like Zerka. He might be like, all right, man, chill out, bro. Something like that. And to Myron's defense, he did say chill, you know, but he said it at the time where Brandon was already, here we go. Brandon was already in his feelings. Fellas, we got to get out of our feelings when dealing with women. That's the type of stuff to get you, that's what gets you locked up, that's what gets you killed, that's what gets you put on child support, that's what gets you your house taken, your kids fondled by some mama's boyfriend and you don't know nothing about it till 5 years later when the kid finally come out talking about, you know, Pookie used to touch me. Yeah. We got to be able to control our emotions around women because they're type neurotic. Like they have higher highs and lower lows. So their neuroticism is way out there. We got the $2 super chat from my guy, PGM, Poor Man Gold. Appreciate you, brother. He said, I watched the show. It was red pill rage he was having. Yeah, man. It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, like I said, we don't know much about Brandon because he doesn't do long form content. And I was like thinking to myself, like, this is a great opportunity. Dude got the song of 2024 for the manosphere, red pill space, whatever you want to call it. But that right there is going to haunt women everywhere. You see what I mean? So, but I do believe that it was possibly some kind of miscommunication. Again, he said that Fresh said that you saved my life like 4 times. Which is he really did, boy. If old Ling Ling Ching Chang, whatever her name, was really pregnant, Chang Li, whatever her name is, Chun Li. If Spinning Bird Kick Lady was actually pregnant with Fresh's baby, with Lil Baby ABBA, and it was this song that got her to go ahead and go along with the deletion, then yes, oh, you better believe that Brandon saved your life, Fresh, because, oh my God, ABBA and Preach would have had content for years on you. Content for years, especially if that girl would have actually named that child Baby ABBA. I was ready to laugh. I ain't gonna lie, because that's a situation that no man should end up in that space. What's wrong with you? He said child support. Shout out to one Mike So Focus. He says child support, if a chick gonna put you on it, she gonna put you on it. You ain't never lie. Shout out to Baldwin 5. Shout out to Context. Shout out to Westside Aku. Shout out to Chevy Cheville. Mark Niels. Appreciate you guys joining the stream. Appreciate you joining the stream. So let's get back into it, man. Let's talk about what led up to this, how it could be prevented, and just my little take on the whole meltdown before we get into the final rhetoric.
Some of these components, because I think there's a lot of lessons in.
You got off.
Yo, the gentleman right here, he goes by the name of Tommy Sotomayor, and he's also known for going hard on women.
You got off of work. Didn't.
Okay, my bad, guys. So basically what ended up happening was this girl, the OnlyFans model.
Go to sleep.
No,
What's your dumbass couldn't go to school on time?
Guys.
He's mad at her because of some truancy that she was doing. She wouldn't go to school. I don't know how that sparked into an argument or whatever. I guess he was trying to correct her. She wasn't trying to have it. You know, this chick is ridiculous. She's an Adeline. She's a full-fledged Adeline. And I think that this is Brandon's first time being so close to a full-fledged Adeline. And the reason why I think that is because look at his reaction. His reaction was, I cannot believe that somebody can be this stupid.
Why would I get out the strip club and not take a shower? Like,
Guys, how about this?
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
This is what we'll do. This is what we'll do.
Like, look at his face. Like, he can't believe it. Yes, there are women out there that are absolutely bat-ish crazy. They will do anything and everything based on their emotions and how they feel. This woman was going off, for you guys that haven't seen the full episode, she was talking about some teacher that she didn't like, and she kept skipping that period, and she was justifying it, and then she was saying that, yeah, now I make more money than you because she rides the pole and she is on OnlyFans, so she thinks that she's somehow successful, and that set him off. Fellas, this is why I think it was a misunderstanding. Maybe Brandon doesn't watch the show all the time, and he doesn't realize the type of women that get invited onto that show. It's a bunch of Adelines. These are the worst of the worst. This is the worst women in human history that they try to pick out and bring on the show. You know, they let them speak so that men can be aware of just how degenerate the female mindset can actually be. And if you look at his face, it's setting him off. He don't know how to deal with it. I mean, and that's why I was laughing. I was like, bro, he is really getting triggered by this chick. This chick is a full-on idiot, but he can't take it. And I just don't understand how she managed to drag him down. Fellas, this is what they do. When you start allowing a woman to drag you down to her level, they always win. This is a lesson. This is the lesson that I want fellas to take away from tonight. Sorry, I went to the wrong screen. This is a lesson I want you fellas to take away from tonight. Never argue with a woman that's clearly crazy. Clearly. Just like I said, back to the saying. A fool does not realize that they're a fool. They wouldn't be a fool if they knew they were a fool. But if you are arguing with a fool, nobody can tell the difference between you two. If you argue with a fool, nobody can tell the difference between you two. Now, who looks like a fool in this scenario? Is it her or is it Brandon? You decide. Tell me I lied about something. Who looks like a fool in this scenario? Is it her or is it Brandon? You decide. Who won? Who wins? Neither one, because they were back and forth. Back and forth. If you was born in the 80s, you would know what the hell I just did there. Either way, and I hate to see it because I don't necessarily know if Brandon knows, but he is in the manosphere space. In the manosphere space, we try to teach men to become, well, I say proper men, okay? We try to point out the flaws in other men and women, and this is a flaw. It just happens to be your turn. We just pointing out the flaw, but it's all love. It's all love. Chevy Cheville says real shit. Westside Aku says big facts. Baldwin 5 says, I feel like this is more better than mediocre did it. Yes, Chevy Cheville, Green Acres. That's my guy. Chevy, appreciate you. Yes, that's Green Acres for all y'all that don't know. And it's sad because, and then Tommy had the nerve to start talking after Brandon left, like, well, he was getting on my nerves and all this other stuff. I mean, and I'm sitting there like, Tommy, you are the last. See, this is, boy, see, listen. I love Tommy Sotomayor just like I love all the other creators, okay? In this field, I got respect for everybody. But sometimes the right message can come from the wrong messenger, and that is a perfect example of the wrong damn messenger. Tommy, you was getting ready to go upside the head on a whole woman. You stood up and they had to hold you back. Because if you would have been released, if they would have released you, you would have... You would have womped yourself all the way off, bro. You would have been in jail that night if they had released you, my guy. You would have womped all the way out, and you know you would have. Tommy got in trouble for being emotional. Tommy lost his platform on YouTube for his hyper emotional responses to women, and that'll do it. These kind of women, fellas, if you are in the space, these kind of women want you to crash out with them. They gonna go back and go do OnlyFans. Her follower count is gonna jump up. She understands why she's there. She's there to be known, to shout herself out, and wake up in the morning with 10 more people that's gonna subscribe to her OnlyFans. So if it's $10 a piece, she just got $50 more a month, with possible people buying whatever else they do. I don't know what they do on OnlyFans. I have not made it past the logo on OnlyFans. I don't know what they do on there. I don't even know how it works. Something tells me it's some type of subscription and then there's extra stuff you can get. That's all I know. And she's gonna wake up with more people. She knows what she was doing. And she accomplished her mission. She basically, like this girl right here that we haven't talked about. This girl right here was looking at Brandon the entire time with some little look of disdain, like she was annoyed by him or something like that. And this girl right here, whatever her name is, you know, they didn't even know what her name was on the podcast. That's how irrelevant she was. She's relevant in body, but irrelevant in who. Most of these women cannot outdo their who. Their what. They don't have a who, they have a what. And most women cannot outdo their what. This woman, whatever her name is a what, not a who. Tommy is a who, Brandon is a who. This is a what, that's a what. They can't outdo that. That's why I call them intellectually crippled. An intellectually crippled person is only useful for the same thing that they was born with, without any skill, any type of brain power or nothing. Everybody was naked. Everybody gets naked to take a shower. Everybody was naked out the womb. That's all she can do is be naked. That's all she has is nudity. She has to take her clothes off to earn a living. She can't think her way out of no problem. And guess what? When nobody wants to see her take her clothes off anymore, now she's got to do some more depravity. Women like that, nobody protects these women. Men have failed this woman right here. Yeah, I said it. Men have failed her because those men are supporting, enabling, and incentivizing her bad behavior. She is the picture of destruction and death because everything down her path is destroyed and dying. She doesn't have a future. So for Brandon to not realize that lets me know that there is something there that's lacking. He should know, and if anything, feel sorry for this woman because she doesn't have a future. She's maybe 20, 21, and looks all the way 35 already. I don't know how old she is. She could already be 35. I don't know. All I know is this woman here, if she doesn't get help, she's not going to have any kind of future. When her OnlyFans subscription, people that subscribe to her, when they stop doing it, she doesn't have anything. And I'm going to tell you guys something that's a red pill that nobody else on the internet is going to tell you. The more successful a woman in that industry is, the worse off she is. And I'm going to explain why. A woman is lucky if she tries to jump into the industry and she doesn't get anything out of it, maybe a few dollars, but nobody really knows about it. She can go her whole life and just act like it never happened and get away with it. But when a woman is successful, like let's say Mia Khalifa, once that money dries up and she can't make any more money from it, we'll always know her as Mia Khalifa. That'll never leave. She can be 40 years old. She's still Mia Khalifa. She can't get no regular job. She can't do nothing. She can't function regularly. She can't get men that's going to protect her. She can't get a proper man in her life ever again because she made a couple $1,000s that she done already spent up. And let me tell you another thing about these women. They don't know what to do with that money. They're either going to get with a man that's going to help them finesse that money out of them, or they're going to get some type of narcotic addiction, or they're going to go out and they're going to buy some type of luxury vehicle. And they don't know that a luxury vehicle is not made to last. In case, here's something for you guys, because like I said, if you stayed here with me, I always give you some knowledge. I'm always going to give you some knowledge. Luxury vehicles are not made to last past maybe 2 years before they start having tens of thousands of dollars worth of problems. The people that make luxury vehicles, like those BMWs and stuff like that, they make them with a certain consumer base in mind. They're not the same consumer base as the Hondas, the Fords, and the Toyotas like we may be driving. They're the prestigious base. And that prestigious base is gonna trade out their car in the next year or the next 2 years. They're gonna keep up with the Jones. So the manufacturer is gonna go cheap. What's pretty but cheap? So when new money like these models, they're gonna go out. First thing they're gonna do is they're gonna go and they're gonna live somewhere where the rent's crazy expensive. Then they're gonna turn around and get some crazy expensive car that they can only rely on for maybe a year or 1 year. And you know how women are. They don't like to go backwards in lifestyle. They ain't gonna do it like I did with my car, sell my car and then own one flat out. They're not willing to do that. until they hit rock bottom and they ain't got a choice. See what I'm saying? And then they can't turn around and go back to the industry that they left. They got to turn around and start dropping draws for real for some creepy old dude that they disdain. Because, see, even those women with what little soul they have know good and well that the men that subscribe to them are the worst men in the world. They're creepy. They don't even like those men. They know that they're bad men. So their future, their reward for selling their soul like that, selling pieces of their soul like that, is to now be beholden to those men. Because those are the only men that's going to deal with them. That's the only men they're going to deal with. They all end up like it. Look at them. They all married. They all secretly concubined off as a third wife that don't nobody want to bring to the forefront. And don't you see how they disappear? A lot of them have left the planet. You know, they have got deleted or deleted themselves because they don't like their life. Terminal unfulfillment comes way faster for those women. So never feel jealous. And just in case you think that these women are riding Ferraris and all kind of other stuff, what they don't tell you is it still costs around roughly $40,000 a year just to maintain a Ferrari, and it's a contract that you maintain it. Ferrari holds a contract over your head. You can't do what you want to. If you let somebody else that's unauthorized on that contract drive Ferrari, they can repossess that car from you. It's not all it's cracked up to be, fellas. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
It took you 45 minutes to an hour to take a shower. You couldn't go to school?
Did your parents? I just said I got out at 6:30.
Let's
I used to lie to my dad.
Let's reset real quick. This is what we'll do.
Oh my God.
Brandon, I'll turn it to you. You can say what you want to say, and then I'll turn it to her. She can respond.
God.
And then we'll just go one mic at a time.
She got to say to her.
And then
she said enough.
You want to move? You don't want to?
Oh, no.
She said enough.
Yeah.
She got it.
I just want to let Brandon finish his thing.
Get her out of here.
And then,
shout out Global Prenup.
And then we'll let her respond.
I think they like me better
shout
than
out
you.
Global Prenup.
Okay.
So at this point right here, this is where a lot of people think that Brandon just wanted everything to be about himself. I think based on the inbox messages that he had with MTR, that he was waiting for his chance to go viral. And I think a lot of this could have been him attempting to go viral, and it just didn't go his way. Going or starting something that will allow you to go viral is a little bit of a talent. Brittany Renner has that down really well. Charleston White has that down really well. They know how to take a moment and make it viral. Brandon could have been trying to do the same thing as dang self and just simply failed. I don't know. I think it was real. I don't necessarily know if he cared like that, but there's a part of the manosphere that makes him look like he was just an attention whore. He just wanted to have all the attention on himself, and when he didn't get his way, he acted out of line. I think maybe that's partly true, but not all the way true. You know, there's an element of that that's true, but not all the way. He said, nah, he was set up for the clout from a dying podcast. That's interesting. Shout out to One Mike So Focus. He said, I feel so too. They were showing off. He said, Westside, he said, I'm willing to give him the benefit of that. Fellas, so how do y'all type in the chat, type a 1 in the chat if y'all still rock with Brandon. Y'all still rocking with Brandon Jamal, the creator of Now You a Single Mom. Now You a Single Mom. Type a 2 in the chat if you unsubscribe and you don't rock with him no more. So in case Brandon sees this and he, you know, it's all love, brother. All I see is ones. He can come back from this. I believe that Brandon, you know, I don't want to see no young brother fail, bro. Like, I love it when we get the opportunity to live out our dreams and we get the opportunity to have a voice. And I'm telling you guys, bro, if y'all see me Get on, if I blow up, I get on one of these podcasts, I start acting out of line, tell me to change my name from NGE to out of line. Because my ass is out of line. You see what I'm saying? Was the little gimmick with the baby diapers a little corny? Yeah, but he's a comedian. Who cares? It's entertainment. It's online. You gotta do some stuff that make you stand out. I like his business acumen. Excuse me. I like that finesse that he has. He's his whole character. Like I said, he's the TikTok villain. You know what I mean? He's a TikTok villain in the manosphere, man. Brandon is much needed, much appreciated, man. Appreciated for that song and whatnot. Just understand that, man. You in this, if you listening, Brandon, if you listening, in this atmosphere that we are all in, you're bigger than me. So you may say, fuck my opinion. It is what it is. I'm gonna give it to you anyway, because I got a couple years on you. You're gonna come across a lot of stuff in your journey. You're gonna come across people that want to see you fail, that's gonna pretend to be your friend when they really just looking for anything that they can do to take you down. Bro, if they find out that you are easily triggered, that you are easily emotional, women that don't like you, that might be single mothers, they ain't got nothing better to do but to sit around on that child support, on that welfare, and find a way to get themselves on one of these platforms and set you off, bro. If they know it's that easy, because this chick, this is an easy to ignore female. She's easy to ignore. This young lady is lost. That's somebody's lost daughter. Somebody got with some woman that most likely was some crazy lunatic, and the daughter is lost. That's somebody's lost daughter right there. If she was able to set you off, bro, and you sitting next to a man that had women try to fight him, look at what happened to him. He got deplatformed. He lost that YouTube revenue. They was getting his pages taken down. Anybody that knows Tommy Sotomayor's history, man, broski is really skilled. Tommy is really good at doing what I'm doing. He's better. He's a OG at that. I mean, he worked under Rush Limbaugh or something, or he looked up to him. Either way, like, he's been in that radio industry for a long time. Well-spoken. Dude's a genius. Can't take nothing from Tommy. But he let women get him out of his body because they realized that he was emotional. And the moment women smell blood, they just like sharks in the water, bro. You see her face right now? You see her face? Look at his face. Look at Brandon's face. And look at her face. She knows mission accomplished. Brandon is actually upset right now. Whether he want to fake it or not, he was upset because that's why he had the outburst that he had. She knows that she's winning this because that's her lane. You in her water. You in her territory. She understands, oh man, he's not experienced. He's not experienced. He's not stoic. He doesn't have the proper grasp on the masculinity that he's supposed to be having in my presence. He should know that I'm intellectually challenged. But he's gonna play into that. Somebody just made the booty shake. Shout out to Jay Lott. He said, Killmonger cooking. Saying I look like Eric Killmonger. I hear you. When you look at this face right here, and you even look at this face, you look at all these faces tell stories. This is a face of a female that's happy of what's going on right now because she never liked Brandon. When she was sitting next to him before Tommy was there, she was looking at him all upside his head. And this is the face of a female that's like, yep, I got him. I know he's going to play this game with me. He's going to play this game with me. And I'm going to win. And Tommy is looking like, this is who I used to be. This is how I fell off. Over her letting these women get in my head. Let me go into these comments real quick. He said, Baldwin said, even other men are your ops. It's Gaza. Carl the Great. Shout out to Carl the Great. Thank you for joining the stream, brother. He said they bust downs. One Mike So Focused said, Shorty probably been ignored her whole life. These are the type of chicks that don't matter. Facts. Facts on top of more facts. Beyond the matter of fact. Women like that, you can tell, have not been getting a lot of attention throughout their life. And so when you start playing that toxic game with them, that's how they love to, that's what they do with their boyfriends. Like he gave her ex-boyfriend energy. That's what he did. He gave her ex-boyfriend and she's like, oh yeah, I'm experienced. This is my lane. This is what I do. He said, Baldwin Fa said, is this cancel tier level of messing up? No, man. The simps and the white knights, they were ready to fight that man. Yeah. Because the thing about it is, he's on the wrong platform. He's on their platform. And he was interrupting the show. When you look at the comments, they were like, well, he's interrupting, he's doing this, he's doing that. He's on their platform interrupting the show. And getting emotional and acting the same. He's mimicking the same behavior as the females. When you look at his mannerisms, you know what I mean? We don't know if Brandon
Cook Unity is a direct-to-chef marketplace. Choose from hundreds of weekly menu items.
I'm doing better than you.
You see the mannerisms? This is the exact same mannerisms that he learned from somebody. Who you think he learned these men? Type in the chat who you think he learned that move from. This little move right here. Look at Brandon.
No, I'm doing better than you, I bet. I'm doing better than you.
I'm gonna reset here.
You see that little move? Who holds their hand up and does that? Where did he learn that from? What race of woman do you think taught him that? That came from somewhere, because that was perfect. He hit that. Listen, I ain't trying to call Brandon out on nothing. I'm just saying, you hit that perfect. You hit that one perfect, brother. That move right there was perfect. He also did that one. It was one of them. It was one of these. He did one of them. Let me see if I can find it. Because that's when she started calling him sassy. I don't know where it is, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He was doing those little hand gestures.
But since you don't go to school, you don't realize that if you hit a motherfucker and I call the police, you're going to jail.
I am, so what does that mean? Like, we're in the same place.
I am not in the same place.
No, I'm doing better than you, I bet. I'm doing better than you.
I'm gonna reset here.
Either way, man, like, we learn a lot of who we are from women. We take on a lot of female traits. We do. We tend to take on a lot of female traits when we was raised around women. Any man in the black community, bro, we are the most traumatized men on the face of the planet. We are black men, or men that identify as black. Mixed guys. Brandon looks mixed. Either way, we are the most traumatized men on the face of the planet. And we take on a lot of the traits and mannerisms of the women that we were raised around. Because they were the one that traumatized us. They're the first one to call us, your hair nappy, black as hell, nose big, African booty scratcher, all that other stuff. You know, they do it to each other. If you're too dark, you're light skin, light white, light bright, almost white. They talk about your light skin, talk about your dark skin, turn out the lights, can't see you, all those little jokes. Like, we don't have a lot of love in the black community. And so I'm not trying to call out like his sexuality or nothing like that. I'm just saying those mannerisms especially at the height of your anger or your frustration. When they come out like that, women can identify that. That's why she called you sassy. She was identifying that you're moving in that feminine energy. That's where that came from. Wherever he learned that from, whether it be sisters or something like that. First of all, man, let me shout out Brendan for something that you guys may or may not know. According to him, and if I might be wrong, correct me in the comments, but according to him, a lot of the inspiration for that single mother song came from him adopting his sister's child. I don't know if it was a daughter or not. So shout out to him. So he's a solid dude, bro. Brandon's a stand-up guy. But he's passionate. And a lot of the passion can come out wrong. It can come out wrong. Like, I do believe that he had something to say and we never got to hear it, to be honest. And I think that's part of the reason that frustration was building up. The conversations that Myron and Fresh have for these women on that platform is mind-numbingly stupid. I don't care about their body counts. I don't care about their status. I don't care about that. Most people that are my age and up probably don't care about kindergarten damn questions. What's your body count? God, Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. And being in that environment for 2 hours straight and not having nobody talk about you more than likely pissed him off. Because I can get annoyed just watching the podcast and listening to the bimbos answering the dumbest stuff or trying to skate around questions or can't answer a simple question. It's just infuriating. I don't understand how people can sit back and just tolerate that, because you're not gonna learn anything. That's my issue. When I sit there and I want to consume some content, I want to learn something. I want to walk away and have a conversation with somebody. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I say something, I'm going to say something controversial. I want y'all to have a conversation with it. Let me say something controversial right now. Let me blow myself up. I'm going to say something controversial. I'm going to say that women that want... Okay, let me say it like this, because let me make sure here I go. So, I believe that not every woman is capable of maintaining a monogamous relationship. I believe that monogamy is only possible if you're, one, a devout religious person, or two, what I like to call a double baddie, and that can get rid of the wandering eye in a man. I said what I said. And I said it just so you can have an argument, maybe disagree with it. I don't believe that most women, I think that maybe only the top 20% of women are actually capable of a monogamous relationship if they're not religious. And I'm talking about lifelong. I'm not talking about like just a relationship in general. I'm talking about the moment you meet that person, you never leave that person for the rest of your life. Because I do not believe that women can get rid of the wandering eye. And I think that's more of the reason why a lot of these women get cheated on. I think most women would find themselves in a better situation if they had a sister wife. There we go. Now, y'all start arguing at me. Somebody get on my ass. Y'all can't all agree with that shit. Especially in today's economy. In today's economy, polygyny makes sense. Because if you look at it like this, let's say you're a 4, 5, or a 6, even a 7 as a female, right? You broke, you ain't got a lot of stuff going on, but there's somewhere in your life where you think, well, I don't want to work the entirety of my life. I want to retire. I want to actually retire. You're not going to retire in a monogamous relationship 9 times out of 10. Because if we look at the boomers right now, not all of them are living life lit in their retirement. And they might be the last or the second to last generation to actually retire. Millennial, boy, it's looking bleak for all of us. It really is. Because right now, we don't know what it's going to be with the inflation, but right now you need like dang near 2 million, 3 million just to retire in the United States. That's an average. I mean, if you go overseas, you don't need that much, but I'm just saying, like, if you're talking about the retirement age, which is like late 60s or 70s, mid 70s, you got to live the rest of your life on that income. And if you want any kind of decent income, you're talking about insurances, wills, medical bills, because the medical bills is where they're going to get you. You're going to need the doctor. That's one thing for certain, too, for sure. You're going to need the doctor. And you might be thinking, oh, I don't need that much to live. Bullshit. Where that little boy, bullshit. 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 Because those medical bills, boy, them medications, get a surgery. Get a surgery. And see what happens. See if that medical bill don't hit you for upteenths of thousands. People start needing all kind of invasive surgeries. You start needing all kind of stuff. Your teeth is expensive. Eyes, you start having to go to the optometrist. I work for an optometrist. And I'm going to tell you right now, you probably can't retire. A lot of these women, especially the one right here, not even Brandon can identify that this woman was a chameleon. This is her second marriage. This is what I'm saying. They're not putting you're not able to identify women properly. Brandon was bigging up this woman. This woman was on her second marriage and only dealt with a man based on his income. This is not a good woman. But he couldn't identify that. You know, your boy would have called that out, though. How you gonna be on your second marriage and you divorced your husband because he didn't make enough money? That was her reason. That's what, watch the show. I don't have the clip, but you can go back and find that clip. She said, I want to be with a man that's smarter. The Cash Me Outside girl is a multimillionaire. She's not very smart. She got lucky. The internet decided to meme her to millions. And she got more money than everybody sitting in that room. Fellas, you got to be able to identify the type of women that's out there. You know? This is one, not even a good looking woman. She already looked mid 40s, but she's only like early 30s on her second marriage from a sugar baby website. I'm not going to promote that crap on my channel, bro. I'm not going to promote any type of disingenuous, fake falsehood of love. Love is a conscious choice to remain duty-bound indefinitely. Love is not how you feel. It's none of that other bullshit. And I'm in love. Love is a conscious choice to remain duty-bound indefinitely. That's it. That's the definition of love. You'll only hear it from her, nowhere else on the internet. Love is a conscious choice to remain duty-bound indefinitely. So it's a good chance that nobody loves you other than your mama. Maybe your daddy. Who remained duty-bound indefinitely to you? I'm serious. Who remained duty-bound indefinitely? Despite your changes as a person, despite you being broke, despite you being whatever, inadequate, who remain duty-bound indefinitely? Because that's what we do with children. See, there's no different types of love. All that crap is passion, compassion, lust, whatever you want to call it. Love is one thing and one thing only. Y'all gonna learn tonight. All y'all that's still here, y'all gonna learn tonight. It's a conscious choice to remain duty-bound indefinitely. That's what you do with your children. You made a choice. When you had them children and they came out and you look at them for the first time, you made a choice. I'm going to die for you. You need a heart, you take mine. I'm going to jump in, I'm going to die for you. Your children going to disappoint, all kind of stuff. They're going to go off, do whatever they want to. They going to get on your nerves. Guess what? You made a choice to remain duty-bound indefinitely. It's your baby. But don't get it twisted. Just because they're your kid don't mean you love them. It's a choice. That's why there's no holes in my logic. You can't even argue with my logic. There's no holes in it. Love is a choice to remain duty-bound indefinitely. You choose to love somebody. By the way, man, Samsung, shout out Samsung. For Samsung, I ain't forgot about you, brother, about the Zoom call, bro. I haven't forgot about that, man. Don't think I forgot about you, bro. Most of us... Oh, I played the wrong damn button. Played the damn clown sound. My bad. That's me being a clown. Anyway, most of us have never been loved and probably will never be loved by a woman. And we know that. We know that women in the way they love. And that's what happened here. That's what I wanted Brandon to focus on. I wanted him to use this opportunity to focus on the woman that's actually a problem. She's got a man by the balls right now. There's a dude that doesn't realize that he's about to get divorced in the future when she uses him as a retirement plan. That's what I wanted him to point out. If I was sitting in Brandon's position, I'm not worried about the dingbat right here. I'm worried about the chameleon sitting over here that got everybody's trust. It's your boy, NGE. I'm not worried about the dingbat right here. It's easy to identify her. We know what she's about. I mean, you know, Fresh don't know, but we know. You know, Fresh might not know. Fresh might be struggling. You know what I mean? Fresh, I don't know if Fresh can identify these women. But we know what she's about. This one is the one that was getting the praise by everybody. That bothered me. It bothered me that Myron didn't call her out. It bothered me that Fresh didn't call her out. Bothered me that nobody called her out. She's about to go off and F this man's life up. Just like she did with her last dude. That's why the past matters, fellas. That's why a woman's past matters. You gotta find out why she left her ex, because you may not know why she's with you. Do you got something? Oh yeah, I got my stuff together. Okay. You got a 4 out of 10 and you a rich dude because she selected you. Most of these women go about selecting men. You're a target. And she gonna play that chameleon vibe with you. Oh yeah, you're an intelligent man. She gonna rub your pride. Stroke your ego is what that's called. And you see how it worked. Oh, don't get it twisted. You see how it worked. Look, ain't nobody worried about her. We focused on the chick that won't go to school. We focused on the chick that can't take her ass to damn school. We not focused on the chick that's over here remarried for the second time in her early 30s, only divorcing her other husband, not for infidelity, not for neglect, not for toxicity. She divorced him because he ain't got enough money. And she said that Fresh helped her, or helped the guy, find her. Fresh did that dude a disservice. He should go contact that guy and say, hey, bro, divorce this chick. Don't marry her for the first part. Don't divorce her. If you already married, you screwed. But she left her other man looking for some dude with money. Why, fellas? Put a one in the chat if you want a woman to love you for your money. Just put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you want a woman to love you for who you are. 1 if you want her to love you for your money. 2 if you want her to love you for who you are. First of all, they don't love you. Okay. 1 if you want them to be with you for your money, or 2 if you want them to be with you for who you are. Because we not going to sit here and pretend that a woman's going to be duty bound indefinitely to you on average. That if you got a woman that's duty bound indefinitely to you, how long have y'all been together? I need at least 20 years of that. At least. You got to give me a minimum of 20 years. I need you to take her out of the dang sexual marketplace. The SMP. The SMP 500. If you can take her if you can be with her for 20 years, I want you to be with her from when she was young and tight and fertile all the way till she ain't got nothing to offer a man. That's when I believe that she believes she loves you. I don't want you talking about no female you done met when her eggs is already dead. Listen, we not talking to y'all, man. Y'all out here dating these 45-year-old. Listen, we not talking to y'all. We talking about if you want to believe a woman love you, she got to give you her value. The value is playtime. Women are afraid of time, fellas. They're afraid of time. They're afraid of time way more than we are because they know they got from 18 to like 35. Little bit past. They been about 40, 45. But it slowed down dramatically after 25. 25, they start like, okay, what's happening? Who turned up the difficulty? 30, they like, yeah, men are crazy. And they going through another phase at 30. Let them early 30s better watch out. They go through another phase at them early 30s. Fellas, y'all know I know. Y'all see them everywhere. I know y'all know I ain't lying. They go through another phase at them early 30s. Then they say F it by the time they get to like 42, 43. Then they like, man, I should have stayed with my baby daddy. That's when they'll say something like that. Because they start realizing ain't nothing out there. Women are afraid of time, man. How many men have we seen well into their 50s and 60s living life lit overseas, bro? Or they can even live it here. It's just more expensive. Women are afraid of time. So if a woman wants to prove to me she loves me, I need all that. I'm going to need your best years and all the way to don't nobody want you no more, to all the way to you can't even have kids with nobody no more. Then I'll be like, yeah, she love me. Because she can't even get nobody else kids. I mean, think about that. I mean, I'm just saying, listen, I'm not saying that's the standard for everybody. I'm just saying that's my black ass. That's the only way I'm going to believe that this chick actually love me. Love me when you young, all the way to you infertile. Then you can go do whatever the hell. You ain't nothing but a damn... Listen, I'm clowning. I don't see not one in the chat. Every man wants to be loved for who they are, or at least in a relationship for who they are, right? But we surrounded by the worst women in human history, so we're not necessarily getting that. And this is what I'm talking about when we're going on these platforms. Fellas, if I ever get to the point, which is I probably will, but I don't know if they'll be around by the time I get there. If I ever get to the point to where I'm invited on one of these podcasts, I'll be sure to do you guys a good service. I'll be sure to point out the effery when I see it. I'll be sure to provide this same level of clarity answers without having to devolve into an argument with a woman. I don't have to devolve into their arguments, fellas. Women can say stupid stuff like, they can say something stupid like, your past shouldn't matter. I'm gonna be like, okay, let's use that logic. Let's say you have a daycare. And that daycare is full of toddlers and 5-year-olds. Since people's past shouldn't matter, it shouldn't matter that the people that you're trying to hire has a history of child abuse, right? I mean, yeah, they can change, but it says something about the mindset. You don't want to take the risk. It's all about risk assessment. I mean, yeah, oh yeah, I may have, you know, roughed up a kid before, but you see how off the top I could be with that? Just off the top. Women say that it's so easy to destroy their ass with their own logic, because they'll believe that without, oh yeah, I mean, why would you compare it to that? I mean, it doesn't matter what you compare it to. You can make it something non-nefarious. If you owned a business that you're invested in, you would want somebody to not lie on their application. Simple and plain. Hey, I really need somebody that can code. I need, not want, I need somebody that can code. Do you know how to code? Yeah, I can do it. Cool, good, I'm happy I found you. All right, let's get to work. Do your thing. Yeah, so what do? I need you to code. How do you do that? It's a mindset. That's all it is. When men choose women, we do risk assessment. If you got 1,000 bodies in the past, you might be a perfectly sweet girl. You might even make a great wife. You might. It's within your ability to do so. But we're saying that it's not likely. It's highly unlikely, because there's two types of women. You could have every woman is capable of what the other woman is capable of. Okay? And both of them are capable of saying no, and both of them are capable of saying yes. I want to go with the woman that's more likely to say no to a man when it comes to using her body to get what she wants than I am to go with a woman that's more likely to say yes to a man when it comes to using her body to get what she wants. It's the likelihood. It's not guarantees. It's like investment, something that these women don't know how to do. These clown women don't know how to do. They don't know how to invest the little money that they get. They get the little money from OnlyFans and they can't invest it because they don't have proper risk assessments because they're impulsive. So what an impulsive woman will do is be beholden to their vices. See, it takes a mindset to get a high body count. You're probably more likely to also have vices. And a person that has a lot of vices that they can't control has a lack of self-control. And when you have a lack of self-control, it's more evidence that you're impulsive. So when I'm trying to have a lifelong relationship with someone, I need them to be disciplined and controlled. Because it's not going to be fun the entire way. It's not going to be exciting and full of dopamine rushes. It's going to be boring sometimes. You're going to have to put your head down. We're going to have to go through some fires, some hills, some hurdles. It sounds fun until shit get real. And then you become a serial monogamous. See, I don't want to deal with a serial monogamous woman because serial monogamous women don't do anything but let you invest in them and then they get out the damn door. And go try to chase another honeymoon period because they believe the relationship should be a honeymoon period through and through. Yeah, they'll acknowledge, oh yeah, we'll go through some tough times, but they won't stick it out. When the shit hits the fan, when it gets real, when it's not fun, when you start gaining weight, this is what I said when I go back to what I was talking about earlier about the consequence of monogamy. Most women cannot maintain a monogamous relationship because they can't deal with the consequences of monogamy. See, in monogamy, you gonna get old, baby girl. Father Time is gonna Shang Tsung all that youth and beauty. The fun bags is gonna sag. The box is gonna dry up. Your mouth ain't even as wet. Your hips is gonna start hurting, your back start hurting, your hair start falling out. You start getting the bat flaps under your dang arms, over there flapping that bat flap. You might even get that black shit on the back of your neck because you ain't working out, you ain't hitting the gym. And a woman's body is meant to take in, it's meant to take stuff in. Your body's meant to store fats, store stuff. That's what estrogen does. It helps you store. That's why when men have high estrogen, they get boobs. It helps you store stuff, so it's harder for you. It's actually hard. But monogamy, you're going to have to be responsible for that man's wants and desires. So if his lust runs dry, or if your lust runs dry, because lust is a battery, and if it runs dry, you're responsible for it. What you gonna do when ain't no more lust no more? What you gonna do then? That's called a stage. That's called a marital stage. Everybody goes through that. See, you know what they do? They remain duty-bound indefinitely. Can you remain duty-bound indefinitely when you ain't busting no more with your significant other? Or the busting ain't exciting anymore? You might bust, but it's not exciting because, you know, you've been together so long. It's just not exciting. Are you ready to pull? If are you ready to put up with that? Can you do it? Modern woman? No, you can't. You're going to leave. You're going to say, I'm not happy. That's what I wanted them to call out. That's what I wanted Brandon to call out, because I was hoping that he would be just a little bit more wise than the hosts of the show, because they never call it out. They always stick with the surface BS. What's your body count? What do you think about this? Would you do that? And they don't try to help the women. And I get it. You can't help the 304. But again, like I said earlier in the video, it's not about helping them. There's 14-year-old girls that sit in their shadow watching the show. They'll never comment. They'll never say anything. It could be a 14-year-old girl right now watching me. They never shout. They never say anything. They're never typing in the comments. They just listening. They may walk past and they just listening. It's not for these women. It's for the other women. It's for the little girls, so that they can realize, okay, this ain't the best path in life. I don't want to be like this. Let's see what the comments is talking about. The 30. You ain't never lie. Yeah, I done came up with it. The S&P 500. Sexual marketplace. If you can take your girl, if your girl is willing to give you her sexual market time, she might love you. She might. With the comments talking. He says, I was 25, now I'm 32 with a townhouse and 2 cars. Shout out to Ben Salah. Shout out, bro. Thank you for joining the chat. Appreciate it, brother. Man, that's what I'm talking about. 25, put your head down. Now you 32, got a townhouse and 2 cars, bro. The good thing about the 30s, man, is we start accumulating wealth in the 30s. This is what makes it harder for women, because they come in the 30s and they ain't been working out. They ain't been working on themselves. They ain't got no game in relationships. They still trying to be monogamous and got other people's kids. They still trying to be monogamous while being well overweight. They still trying to be monogamous without even realizing that they're bland, basic, boring, Phoebe to 3B looking females. Yeah, I ain't heard 3B to Phoebe to 3B. I ain't started yet. I got an entire character that I'm gonna animate that describe these women. Phoebe to damn 3B. Bland, basic, boring. They have no skill. They don't know what to do. If they were a man, they would be single. If they were a man, they would be an incel. If they were a man, they would last 2 minutes in bed. If they were a man, they may not even get into the bed. That's what I call women without no game. That's also average at best. A Phoebe to 3B. You Phoebe to 3B. Bland, basic, and boring. If you were a man, every female that I come across, if I say, if we gender swapped, you be lost. They can't hold a conversation. They ain't got no personality. When Father Time, your soul is mine. When Father Time finally, your soul is mine. And they hit them 40s, oh, it's nothing, ain't what's there? You can't even, what can you do? You geriatric? Your womb is geriatric. It's got dust down there. We got to go clean out the cobwebs and everything with the womb. Then a couple more years, at best, your body's a masturbation toy. You got to figure it out. You need somebody to be duty bound indefinitely to you. It's important that you remain duty bound indefinite to your man that actually loves you. They ain't trying to hear it though. They ain't trying to hear it. But that's what they find out. And that's what y'all have seen. Y'all remember when my last streams, when I was talking about them females, they starting to hit them 30s and they ain't getting what they thought they was gonna get? That's why. They Phoebe to 3B and men ain't trying to invest in that crap. Why? Why would you buy the cow when the milk is for free? They gonna hand out. All these women know is drop draws, fellas. That's why you going overseas. That's why you getting your passports and you're going overseas. These women end up just like Brandon said. Just like Brandon said, they end up a single mom. Most of these females are gonna be futures. This is already a single mother. On top of that, this chick is not only divorced, but she got a whole kid too. He didn't marry a single mom. And Brandon, of all people, she's shouting her out. That's what I was really upset about him. I wasn't upset about the damn fallout and all this. I'm upset that this is a whole single mother that's getting shouted out because she got remarried to a simp that didn't know to identify a predator in the process. She is a predator in the process. And he couldn't identify that. I was upset with that. That's where my smoke is with. Call this one out. She got a whole man that does not know that his future is over with. She will divorce him, guaranteed. Statistically, it's unlikely that he's gonna stay married to her. Highly unlikely. He can't be perfect, and being perfect is the wrong thing. Being too good, too bad, or in between is all wrong. I've tried it all, fellas. I've been the good guy, the bad guy, the in-between guy. I can tell you right now, the only thing that works is a woman's choice. That's it. The only reason you get to stay with a woman is because she don't want to take her ass nowhere else. That's it. It ain't about a good guy, bad guy, in between. It ain't none of that. It has everything to do with her following your program and deciding to remain duty-bound indefinitely. Facts on top of more facts. Because chances are you're not that bad of a person unless you are. If you know you are that bad of a person, then you should be fine with somebody leaving you. But if you know that you ain't that bad, you know that you ain't really do nothing that bad, and then the girl left you anyway, just know that it is what it is. And she's going to repeat that process with somebody else because it's a mindset. It's a mindset. That's why I was able to have all of my exes, damn near all of my exes, still following me because they know they effed up. And they live in a subpar kind of existence with no real future. Because they don't have somebody that's going to think it out for them. They don't have somebody that got a 5-year plan. If they was to go to their man right now and say, what's your 5-year plan for us? He'd start, blah, 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 blah. You should already know. You shouldn't even have to ask him. Because it should have been something they've been talking about for a long time. I'm always on the evolution. Always on the evolution. I'm never the same person. Y'all gonna watch me evolve on here. I've been on evolution forever, bro. I'm never the same person for too many years. If you haven't seen me in a year, by the time you see me again, it's like, bro, damn, man, you different. Exactly. I'm always on the evolution. It's called self-improvement. But it don't work when it comes to women because women don't even know what self-improvement is because it's something they don't have to do. They don't have to self-improve. They put on makeup and filters and sit around and wait. If you ask a girl, how did she get her last relationship? She probably don't even know. She was like, well, I was here and then it happened. Tell me I lied. Most women sit around and wait on a relationship. They don't go out and do anything. They was sitting around. Some dude came up and made it do what it do. That's it. That's why they fail. That's why I say monogamy has consequences. You couldn't even get your entire relationship. You just said yes. That's all you did. You sat there and waited to say yes. That's not skill. It was skill for a man to make you want to say yes to him. That's skill. He said, and get child support from him. So you ain't never lie. This little chameleon that shouldn't even be a chameleon because she looked like a dang one of them Bugs Bunny cartoon characters with the what's that eagle that would put his head in your chest talking about no. Y'all remember what I'm talking about? Y'all remember I'm talking about that little eagle? What was that eagle, that little skinny eagle that put his head in your chest on them Bug Bunny cartoons? What was that eagle's name? He put his head in your chest talking about no. That vulture, yeah. That vulture, that's what he was. That's what she, tell me I ain't lying. Tell me she look like that dang vulture, put her head in your chest talking about no. Boy, I don't even understand how she got remarried on a sugar site. How the heck did he pick her out on a sugar site? Damn it. Beaky the Buzzard, that's right. Beaky the Buzzard. She go around like Beaky the Buzzard. No. Like, you get your head out my chest, woman. What's wrong with you? Walking around like Beaky the Buzzard. How did Beaky the Buzzard get remarried? Somebody tell me how Beaky the Buzzard got remarried to a man with money, a lot of money that was willing to pay this guy here. Okay, so, oh man. There's so much to unpack with that. I done got off the damn point. I mean, fellas, we must do better, fellas. Yeah, she picked his damn pockets. You damn right, Sam, son. She picked his damn pockets. Sheesh. Beaky the Buzzard then got off. Good gracious. And that should let you know that marriages, all these women that ain't married, that's just a dang shame. There are so many men, okay, man, I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna get into the closing words. I know I'm talking to somebody right now, but if you are married right now, man, good luck. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Good luck, bro. For real. Good luck. If you are married right now, good luck. I'm gonna just sit here and look at you just for a little bit. Because there has to be some kind of logic there. Like maybe your wife is, from a different country and she has different culture, different background. Maybe you guys are devout Christian, devout Muslim or something like that. If that's the case, then okay, good. But if you are of the world, if you are just out here, okay, we like each other, man, good luck, because there is so many women that I have heard. I've been in a privileged position. In a very privileged position, and thank you guys, because it's because of you that I'm in this position, but I've been in a very privileged position to have some Instagram DMs with women and their reasonings for why they choose men. And the number one reason that a woman chooses a man is because she thinks she can control him. Most women leave relationships because they failed to dominate the dude. So if she chose you for marriage, it's probably, now I'm not saying it is, because again, you could have a nice, lovely, religious, or just good background. But if you don't, there is a very high likelihood that she believes that she can control you. And there's also a good likelihood that she doesn't think that you're final. She thinks that you have ticked enough boxes to get her to the next stage. And the reason why I say what I'm saying is because I've, again, been kind of privileged to be around the courts a lot. I was able to see a lot of these court cases. And oh my goodness, you want to talk about a red pill experience that you can't ignore? If you could just see the look on the faces of some of these men when they realize that the woman standing next to them, they've never seen her before. They've never seen that woman before. I gotta go full screen mode for that. They've never seen that woman before. The woman that's standing next to them, they've never seen her before. It's a different chick. And what she's capable of, what happened to the love? What happened to it? It's not a scare tactic. I'm just saying the same thing when it comes to past, man. Pay attention to the past. Pay attention to what you're doing, because where's the incentive to remain duty-bound indefinitely? Lose your job. Make a mistake. Pretend to not have the rent money because you gambled it off. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't play. Don't play. Don't play. Don't even play with your life. Don't play with your life. Because you already played enough with it when you walked down that damn aisle. I can tell you that right there. But good luck, man, and shout out to all of y'all, man. That's the goal. The goal is marriage, but when you got so many women out here with this mindset, these men don't represent all women. I understand that. I'm not going to sit here and get on this platform and act like these women represent all women. I know they don't. I'm not going to say that they do. But I'm telling you that there is a mindset that is very apparent amongst a lot of women, and they ain't got to be on this platform to have that mindset. It is easy when they have decided they don't like you no more. Y'all do the statistics. Y'all start looking up the statistics y'all damn self. Look up the statistics why men are self-deleting after a divorce. Ain't nothing hurt worse, bro, than you'll get over the loss of property. That's not what hurts. Losing your house and all, that's not what hurts. That ain't what hurts. Oh, it feels bad. Don't get it twisted. It's like, oh man, that's not what hurts. It's the peace of mind. Women take too much of your peace of mind with them, bro. They take too much of your peace of mind. You be thinking, oh, it ain't that bullshit. They got too many weapons to use against you. Your kids, all kind of stuff. Ain't nothing worse than having your kids come back to you talking about such and such touch me. With nothing you can do about it. Because you can't be around your own kids legally. She teaching them to hate you. She teaching them all kind of other stuff. I hate it when I find men in these situations and I've tried to tell them and they go back to these women. I'm not gonna get too deep in it, but fellas, we are by ourselves. And black men, we used to it. We used to being on our own and by ourselves. And so my heart goes out to young brothers, man, whenever I see a Brandon Jamal, Tommy Sotomayor, Myron Gaines, and Walter Weeks, bro. Whenever I see these brothers, I'm older than all of them except Tommy. And whenever I see these brothers doing something they ain't supposed to be doing, bro, it ain't hate. I don't hate none of them, bro. I don't hate none of them. I want the best for all of them. I want the best for every last one of them. And if you would know me, then you would know me, bro. I got a homeboy that lost like $400 when we was kids. I think I was like 17 at the time. He had lost $400 in the back of my car. You know, he didn't know where his wallet was. I could have Back then, $400 was a lot of money for a 17-year-old. I had my first little car. We was driving around. I immediately drove that back to him. Didn't even open up nothing in the dang wallet other than to make sure that the money was in there and the count to make sure how much was in there to verify it with him. I'm not that type of black dude. I don't have the crab in a barrel mentality. I'm in a good mood when I see Austin Holloman back in Brazil or something like that. I'm in a good mood when I see a Brandon Jamal going viral. I'm in a good mood when I see Fresh and Fit, you know, telling some good rhetoric, actually saying something good. When Myron goes on one of those rants and he's actually dropping the science, he's actually dropping the knowledge, I'm in a good mood, man. I want the best for Tommy, man. I used to watch Tommy every single day. Head-headed hooligans, don't make them go and neck a mother fool again. Head-headed hooligans, they hooligans. It was funny. And when I remember when I first watched him, I was like, dang, he mean. You know, but he was telling facts. He was spitting the facts. I don't have crab in a barrel mentality. I want you guys to keep supporting me, man. If you guys keep supporting me, one day we will get there. One day we will get there. I don't want nothing. That's why I'm not selling y'all programs and all that other crap, because it's not about money, man. And I know if you try to make it about money, you can probably grow faster. All 45 of y'all that's in here right now, I appreciate it. That's a lot more than what this young lady is doing. This young lady ain't doing nothing but promoting a negative stereotype about women like her, destroying her future, and placating to the predators that support her content. I can go to sleep at night knowing that one of y'all learned something. Maybe y'all got a little girl around you right now that's sitting there kind of eavesdropping the conversation and oh yeah, that sounds good. I didn't know that about luxury vehicles or something. I got a lot to say. But I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all families, man. I appreciate everybody. And I do mean everybody that decided to join me on the stream tonight. If Brandon Jamal ever showed up, shout out to Brandon. If you see this somehow, I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram if I remember to do it. Shout out to him. Shout out to literally everybody, man. Shout out to yourself one more time, man. If y'all can, before y'all get up out of here. I'm gonna give y'all the horns, man. Let's shout out Baldwin 5, Chevy Cheville, Ben Hur. He said, NGE, did you catch that part 1 video of Mr. Jamal FNF's response to the Global Prenup channel? I don't believe I did, brother. His response to the Global Prenup channel, part 1 video of, let me see if I can find it real quick. Hey, Bill, do you know if it's on his channel, if it's on Brandon's channel? Ultimate B13, shout out, brother. One Mike, so focused, shout out. Sell the Great, shout out to you. Westside Aku, shout out to you, brother. Big Zilla, the City Thriller. He said, wait, what happened? You just got in here, brother? You just got in here? Shout out to Seek God. So basically, as a little recap, Brandon Jamal, the single mother guy, you know, the one that came up with the, you let him hit it raw, you didn't have second thoughts, now you a single mom, that dude, this guy. He basically got on the Fresh and Fit platform, had a little bit of a meltdown, and stormed off the platform, and we went over it. definitely check it out, man. Check out the stream, because I'm gonna post the stream and it'll have a full playthrough of it. Shout out to J-Lock. Welcome, bro. Welcome. Said, will this live stay up? Yeah, I'm gonna post it up when because you know YouTube likes to render, and the rendering could be a little slow. It could be like tomorrow for whatever reason. It should be all the way up like right now after I end it or something, so you could go ahead and just rewatch it. But sometimes like with the last stream, it took all the way to like the next day or so. So hopefully that don't happen. But it's just YouTube. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all works. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate, man, everybody. I appreciate everybody that donated, man. Again, man, y'all, I really appreciate everybody that's supporting me on my journey, man. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it live. We're going to keep doing some streams. I'm going to try to stream. If I don't stream tomorrow, because I'm going to try to stream tomorrow and try to get on these black women, man. They didn't put out another list out for the top 10 reasons why men ain't marrying black women. So if y'all want to see that, man, y'all let me know. Who done made the booty shake? Y'all saw that booty go shake, shake. Y'all saw that booty go shake, shake. Darren Jones with the $10 super chat. Oh shit! Oh shit! Said, hey, NGE, look, his lyrics support abortion. There's one word he needs to change. What are you talking about? The single mom song? Are you talking about the lyrics of the single mom, or is there another song that I haven't heard? I don't necessarily know if they support abortion. I wouldn't say that, because abortion is, I'm over here just using that word. Damn it. Well, I'm demonetized. Either way, I don't necessarily know if they support the deletion, but because that's like a choice that the woman makes. If she is gonna hear a song and decide to delete the baby based on a dude making a song to chastise, that's not Brandon's fault. I'm not gonna hold him accountable to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't, unless he said, well, like I said, I don't necessarily know what the lyrics are. So let me look at the lyrics before I start talking out the side of my neck. Because if there is a lyric in the song, hold on, you said there is one word he needs to change in the single mom. I forgot the words to the song. I need to look at the word. Just a minute. Okay, so you're gonna look it up. Yeah, if there is a lyric in the song that says something about him supporting them, doing something like that, then yeah, I don't support that. I'm definitely pro-life over here and don't care what the political leaning is, bro. It is what it is. Man up, handle your business. Who done made the booty shake? PMG Gold making the booty shake, shake, shake that. He says, PMG, Poor Man Gold says, good, listen, just made it home from work. Thanks, bro. Hey, man, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. That's what I do. This is what we do, man. We definitely do it. Definitely run it back, too. If you missed anything, definitely run it back. I'm going to give Darren a few minutes before I end the stream. But yeah, man, the black women, I'm going to try to put it together. If I don't end up doing it, it's because I'm working on something else. Probably like Friday's video. But if I don't get it together for whatever odd reason, I know that well, I don't want to tell y'all. I don't want to tell y'all just yet. I'm gonna let y'all, I'm gonna just drop it on you. You're gonna be surprised. He says, J-Lock says, I want to see the proof because anyone can say something and post something out of context. Yeah. That's true. Like I'm not trying to I didn't get on here to demonize Brandon in no way, shape, or form, bro. Just holding accountable. That's all we doing is holding men in the spirit accountable. I want everybody to hold me accountable. If I find myself on the top, y'all hold me accountable. Let me know if I'm out of line. As you see, if I move it over, I don't think I can do that though. But anyway, as you see, I'm a supporter of Brandon's, man. I like his stuff, man. He's a good dude, man. Anybody that's willing to take responsibility for a kid that's not theirs. They said sister, like he said his sister was in some, I might be missaying it, but from what I remember, I think he said that his sister, he had to adopt a kid out of his sister or something. And if he's willing to do something like that, bro, is like hella solid, bro. Hella solid. So it's all love, Brendan, man. If you do see this and you think you don't want to mess with me no more, I can understand if that's what it is. You know, I don't treat nobody special, and neither do you, obviously. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is, man. We hold each other accountable. It's all love over here. There's no crab in the barrel syndrome, bro. When you do good, I celebrate. Trust and believe that, man. When your song was going viral, hitting the millions, I was celebrating, bro. I was celebrating. I was like, this is exactly what 2024 needs. 2024 need this right here. This guy, the supervillain of TikTok. He said, okay, I found it. He says, because you choose to stay pregnant. Oh, just tell Brandon to change the word stay to get. Other than that, yeah, great song. Yeah. Dead ass. I think what he meant by stay pregnant is just something we kind of say in the Midwest. Like you stay getting pregnant. You know what I mean? Like for instance, and again, I'm playing devil's advocate. But what I'm assuming based on being from the Midwest, we kind of talk like this. Like you stay with a kid. You see what I mean? Like we'll say something like that, meaning that she didn't have multiple kids, you know? So that's what I'm assuming he meant, because he said he's from like North Carolina and then he lived in Chicago. So that's how they talk. That's how we talk. You know what I mean? Even though I'm from Oklahoma, but we talk very similar. And so that's what I think when I heard that lyric, because I'll work out to it like every day. So, well, not every day, but when I work out, a lot of the times I will play that song. And when I heard that, that's what I got from it. Like you stay pregnant, you stay getting pregnant, you know, something like that. That's what I thought he said. I don't think he was supporting abortion. I don't think so. I'm not going to put that on him. But I definitely see what you're talking about. Yeah, you damn right. Yeah, J-Lock, you right with that one, brother. He said he sacrificed his freedom over his flesh and blood. And that's why I'm saying, like, Brandon's a solid dude, bro. Like, that's solid as hell to do something like that, man. That is crazy solid, bro. That's crazy solid, man. Shake that. That's my guy, Darren Jones said. Fair, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you getting us a little strip show going on right here. I appreciate everybody, man. We got 55 likes. If you have not liked the stream, be sure to like the damn stream. Man, I want everybody to have a good night, man. Make sure y'all stretch. Make sure y'all do some push-ups, some pull-ups. After you stretch before bed. Drink the damn water. Quit being lazy. Quit being fat. Quit being lazy. Quit being fat. You should all be able to do 50 push-ups. Hey, man, enjoy your families, man. Enjoy your families, man. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the love, man. Give it a like. Give me a like. I love you guys. Remember, become the change you want to see. It's your boy, NGE. Peace.